Coach, it's hard to believe that we're midway through the season. 6-0 start for your Bobcats. How does it feel to be sitting in that position right now?
Well, I think we've week in, week out just went about our business and ultimately taking care of business on the Saturdays. Not gotten anywhere ahead of ourselves. Play the schedule out as it's come, and yeah, it's a good place to be. It's obviously the best place we could be. I know there's going to be things on the film that we can do better, and ultimately we'll need to do better. New guys emerging, all that stuff. So another step in the right direction from my vantage point, and look forward to the next one.
Yeah, getting 3 turnovers on defense is always big.
Yeah, and that's obviously an area that we haven't seen much this year. And the way our guys play with the effort and intensity, it's bound to happen. So, Danny, to me that was a film study interception that he had. He was in the right place. We got good fortune, I suppose, on the snap over their head, but then our hustle and everything got us there. And then, great to see the second and thirds there at the end hit the quarterback and end the game that way. So we need to keep taking it away, keep making it really hard on offenses, and obviously protect it on our side of things.
I was curious what you thought of UNC's defensive front, how they kind of handled your guys' rushing attack today.
Well, I think we knew that that's where their strength started, and beyond just the personnel, I think their ability to use movement and then be in the right place and tackle well, that was going to be challenging. And I know at the same time we felt like our ability to do some things to leverage that to get the big plays that we had was all part of their aggressiveness too. So yes, a little slower go, I suppose, on the rushing side than some of these games, but our ability to be explosive was by and large still there, and not too many games where Montana State throws for more than they rushed, and we did that today, so that was good.
I guess speaking of that, Taco and Ty made several of those big plays. Ty throwing a pass and catching one. I guess those two guys we thought of.
Yeah, and that play where Ty, we've been handing the ball off quite a bit to Ty. He's shown over the last several weeks his ability to execute that throw. So that's been lingering on the call sheet probably for a couple weeks now. So excellent timing of the call, and again their aggressiveness allowed for that. I know we got behind them with Ty, with Aiden Garrigan. We got loose on the long screen. I think those are all a product of them really selling out in the run game. So while the run maybe wasn't as profitable as it typically might be, the pass was, and those big plays were there. I know. We still rushed 48 times. Anytime you rush the ball 48 times, that's pretty significant. So feel good about the overall effort. I know there's things to clean up throughout, though.
You mentioned not getting too far ahead of yourselves. You talked about the 1-0 mentality this season. How do you feel like now that you're halfway through the season, that's kind of compared to this time last year?
Oh boy, I don't know. Schedule's different. All that dynamics of the team are different. I know how I feel about this team. I think what we've done with our top group for the most part is we've come out and really played well from the get-go for the most part. And that like down at Idaho State doesn't mean we're scoring all kinds of points, but we're moving the ball, we're playing field possession, we're really slowing them down defensively. I know that it took them a long time to get a first down today, and then we were able to get points on the board, play field position. So I think that's the biggest thing you keep looking for is, are we coming out ready to play? Are we coming out focused? And we even, making comparisons last year, that's unfair, but I think this team has done those things really well.
Career day for Tommy, 5 total touchdowns, the most he's ever had, and then also I believe that rushing touchdown tied Troy Anderson for career rushing touchdowns as well. So very efficient throwing the ball. But what can you say about Tommy today?
Yeah, I think he, continues to do the things we need to have an efficient offense, and that's efficient, but then that's also explosive at times. I thought he made some really good plays just scrambling today that he was able to extend some things, and obviously his touchdown is something, and that's a replay that we've seen before where he gets out and he's really tough to deal with. So we're at the midpoint. I think his understanding of what he needs to do. Continues to, be on point for the most part. And he only threw it 12 times, but you're 225, and that's pretty significant just in his ability to connect downfield, which I know that's something that we've talked about in previous weeks that we haven't been able to maybe make those connections. So step in the right direction.
I guess just seeing the 84 team honored, having the 84 on the helmets, any just thoughts on that aspect?
Yeah, I hope there was some level of inspiration for our guys. We had a good grouping at practice yesterday, and I think when a group of men is standing there 40 years removed and there's as many guys as are back, it indicates that was a special team beyond winning the championship. Their bond that they've built, not only with each other but with this university, is what comes out of championship teams. And my message to the guys was, they aren't special because they won. They won because they're special. And I think that's what we are trying to become, as a special team. And a special team is willing to do the little things, the dirty work, all of that. So to your question, I think having that team here and them being recognized is awesome, and I think it certainly served as an inspiration for our guys.
And first 6-0 start since 2012, obviously first one since you've been here. I guess just how is this kind of compared to the previous starts like this, and especially now going into a tough game next week?
Yeah, I think whatever your record is at the midpoint, and I know we've generally had good records. We haven't been undefeated. I know, getting to a certain number of wins is what you need to get in the playoffs first, but then you need to keep stacking them up to obviously, seeding and all those types of things. And that's a ways off, but, they're starting to stack up for us, and that's a good thing. I think more so what you want to look at is just where are we at as far as our level of improvement, and do you feel like we're a different team at midseason than we were back in August? And I think we do. I think we are, I should say, and I think we still have room to grow, but pleased with our continual ability to be in the moment and take on whoever's up next.
Just one more on the special teams. What did you think of kind of the overall special teams performance today?
Well, we obviously continue to make an impact there in the punt return game, albeit we had a fumble and we had a penalty that left all kinds of yards out there, but we continue to do some really good things there. Brendan flipped the field, not only flipped the field but got them inside the one or two that on the one punt. So I think that was probably the biggest impact Brendan's had punting wise. Just a 64-yarder, a couple inside the 10. So and a day where it was a little windy too. So we need to continue to have him be that impactful, and when he gets his opportunities, and tackle the same thing.
What was the explanation on the penalty? Sorry.
On the punt return?
The punt return touchdown.
We got unsportsmanlike. So it's classic, a million miles away from the action, and you stand over a guy, you should get flagged, and we got flagged. So, those type of selfish plays and actions are, we can't have.
Okay.